Hello, hello. Microphone wasn't on there. Hello, everyone. My name is MJ Vilches, and welcome to HitFilm Express stream. I'm not sure if this is the first time I streamed HitFilm Express, but yeah, since we're in the PC now, I can do stuff like this. This is not sponsored by HitFilm Express, by the way. This is just me dabbling things uh, here in HitFilm Express. My initial plan for TUPE-01 is not to uh, composite it in HitFilm Express. I actually plan to use Blender, but Blender compositing, not that much of a fan of it. I mean, I can do it in Blender, but it would take an awful lot of time, and I can't really preview it properly as opposed to doing it here in HitFilm Express. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a compositing. I'm gonna try out things here in HitFilm and see if it's really easy. But then I think it is though, because I already did stuff here and it is pretty easy to composite here. But there are limitations because, as you can see, this add-on packs, you have to buy stuff. And there are other things, other effects that I want to use that I have to buy, and I don't really have any budget for buying stuff right now. That doesn't it's not cheap. But yeah, I'm definitely going to buy stuff in the future. But for now, we're going to try to use the ones that are available free. And I did buy the starter pack here. It's not really that expensive. But I'm not sure we're going to be using any effect from the starter pack. But yeah, let's just go start a new project here. 1920 by 1080p, 24 FPS. That's settings of the animated short. Yeah, we're going to do that. Hey there, John Olander. Welcome to the stream. What is this? Proxies. I'm not going to create any proxies. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any proxies here. And yeah, we'll see. We're gonna be compositing sequence 001 shot 1. And already I'm in a window. I'm in a workspace. I picked the workspace, the compositing workspace right here. And this is we're already in the compositing workspace. If you opened up HitFilm Express for the first time by yourself, I'm not. I think you'd be in editing. Yeah, this is the default layout, but we're compositing, so we're using the compositing workspace. So yeah, let's see. I do hope that the stream's good. Hopefully it is. I probably have to pause a download here to make it even better. Yeah, okay. And I think that'll be good now, hopefully. I forgot I was still downloading something. I'm gonna try out the new Halo Infinite multiplayer. Though I haven't really played the Halo series yet. I really want to, but I don't have any budget for buying any games right now. Anyways, we're gonna import the image sequence, the PNG sequence that we rendered from sequence 001 episode 1. I think the first thing that I need to import is the background. So I'm gonna go to Doodle's projects here, the underlying project, render, Blender, episode 1. Final sequence 001 shot 1 BG right here. So it is an image sequence. Okay, I'm gonna have to go import image sequence. We have to do it like that, otherwise it will just import the images, like all the images individually. I think there's an option to do it automatically, but I want that the normal import would just import images, and then I pick the import image sequences for the image sequences, because there are times where I wanna import just an image. I wouldn't want it to like automatically import the whole thing. So final sequence 001 shot 1 background. Then even if we just pick one, we're gonna be able to import the whole thing. And for this, I'm not gonna be using the editor. What I'm going to do instead is import. I'm gonna make a composite shot, but before that, let's import everything first. I want to see if all of them have the same. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of passes for the currents here. That's gonna be intense. Let's import Gregor first. There we go. I'm going to create a folder. Folder is important. Sequence 001. And then inside the sequence 001 folder, I'm gonna import shot. I'm gonna make another folder call it shot 1, and we're gonna put all of the all of that there. And of course, let's not forget to save. Uniland project, HitFilm projects, episode 1. And I really want to organize things at the start, because later on when we're gonna be working on a bunch of stuff, it's going to be painful when we don't organize things. So I guess sequence 001, I'm thinking of, because the way I do stuff, I work on a bunch of shot in one project file. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one project file for each sequence. That's what I'm gonna do for compositing here in HitFilm. If we really are pushing this through, but I'm pretty sure we are, because you know it's easier to composite here in HitFilm. And let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go sequence 001. I actually will need only, I don't need to separate in folder, but oh well. So I'm gonna go to TUP. I'm gonna name this TUP E-01 sequence 001. So I always want to organize right at the beginning so that it's easy to look for them later on when I want to like go back, get some settings that I used on this sequence and use it on another. You know, it's so easy to find them. And just, you know, organization. It's very important when you're making stuff like this by yourself, because looking for stuff, even if you're on a team, you can easily point your teammates to the right direction if you organize things. So yeah, we have shot 1 here. I'm gonna import each of the currents that we have now. First is the first one. So we have a bunch of the smoke effects here, smoke simulations that I did in Blender. So I actually did it on 2.79 because I like how the smoke looks there, as opposed to like the smoke looking in the new Blender 2.80, Blender 2.8x version. I like the smoke on 2.79 because it's more detailed, even if you render it using OpenGL render. And the new one, it gets blurry and not clear, and you lose a lot of the detail, I think. We're going to have to recolor some of them here too, because this is the first shot, and I was testing things out, and I rendered it in black and white here, which it's not supposed to be the thing. We're supposed to be in number 4 now. I mean, on the future, on a like a future shots, on like the next shots, I rendered it differently, using the right lighting and stuff. But this could still work, I hope. Otherwise, we'll have to re-render. But then again, it's really easy to just, you know, recolor it during compositing than having to re-render. At least for this particular shot. I'm gonna import a bunch of the smoke sim here that we rendered, because we are done rendering everything. We're done with the rendered desert. So we got some particles now, right here. Excuse me. And then the last one, right here. So now we have all of our layers. We can now make a composite shot. And apparently all of them have the same, the same length. We're going to make composite shot the background here. So I'm just going to go right click on that, make composite shot. And sequence 001, shot 1. That's going to be the name. So, okay. And there we have the background. So this, something like this, you can't do this in Blender. You can't like preview it. Wait. Why is my space not working? Why is my play button not working? There we go, it's finally working. Yeah, it's still it's still laggy, but you know, that's still better. Now I'm gonna put Gregor falling here. And this is just Gregor falling without any smoke. And there we go. That's shot 1. But now we have to do some compositing. We need to make it look awesome. And sometimes to make things look awesome, you have to blur things. So that's what we're going to do with the background here. We need to blur it. So I'm going to go to effects here, blurs. Do we have a lens blur? Yes. I want to add a lens blur right there. And I think that's good. Default settings is fine. I don't think I need to do anything else for the... Because I don't want to lose that much of a detail here by blurring that out. And just seeing those rocks there, I guess is fine. Because we're going to be covering that up with smoke anyway. So we're going to go with the first one right here. This should be the further. I'm going to start from the back towards the front. So we have our smoke right there. So the smoke, this should be a bit yellowish. And that's going to be my basis for the color of the other smokes. We have our first smoke here. I'm also going to add a lens blur for that one. I'm not sure if I, let's see. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, the lens blur is not that clear, I think, because it's already pretty blurred. But I'm just gonna, like, add that there. Kind of worried about banding and stuff. But I might add some noise and stuff there. Okay. Next smoke is this one. They're all pretty timed properly. And this time I'm going to have to do some compositing, some recoloring. Because we have to set the color blend mode of this to screen. Screen. Get rid of the black right there. And then we might have to reduce the opacity of it. So we gotta go to controls here. Opacity. Let's see. Yeah, I need to recolor this so that it matches the background. I probably need to put this below the first one right here. And our naming for this is probably not that great because now I can't see the name. Yeah, maybe this will work. Right, that. So 1 needs to be on top of 2. And then we're going to go and recolor this using curves. So I'm going to go color correction, I think. Yes, curves. And I'm going to recolor the smoke. Probably going to reduce the brightness of it a bit. Tell you what, let's go bump up the opacity for a while. And then I'm going to go to the red value. I'm going to up the red value because we're going to need that to be kind of orange, yellowish. And to make that orange yellowish, I just need to up. I think we can use other coloring effects here. I'm just going to try out the curves first. Later, I'm probably going to use like a tint or something. Just as you can see, we can really do it like that. I'm going to try other color here. Color. Hue in saturation might work for us better here. Am I lagging? Let's see then. Yeah, never mind. Know what? No. It would be more complicated to do hue in saturation. Let's see. I want to try out different ways to recolor. Something easier, you know, something where I don't have to guess so much. There should be a tint. Maybe a tint will help us. There we go. If we use tint, then maybe, just maybe, we can do this. Map white to yellow. Is that a thing? Can that be a thing? No? No, black is going to be black. Or is it the other way around? It is the other way around, isn't it? Yeah. I think the yellow one works. I might just have to find the right tone for it. Maybe even go further towards the orange value. Yeah, there we go. I think tint is helping us better here. And I just have to reduce the opacity. maybe 40% will do. And I need to go more towards the yellow-orange side of things. Just to really match both of this. I might still have to use curves, actually. I think that works right there. Or not. Okay, I'm gonna add a blur. Lens blur. Or maybe just normal blur. I'm gonna try lens blur first. Lens blur works well, though. Okay, I'm lagging. Lagging like crazy for some reason. Where is it coming from? It's because I'm compositing on intensive footage? Or live streaming while doing this? Because, the mouse is lagging here. It's because of live streaming? I'm not sure. And yeah, I think I'm gonna settle with this. Looks good at this spot anyway. And I might actually need to also darken it. Darken the tint. Maybe not too dark. I really want to go more yellow here. More red. I think we're more red. So that we'll get that color. We'll eventually get a matching color, but I don't really kind of want them to match so that we have like a color tone going on. I don't want them to match that much. I'm gonna up the opacity here. Might have to use curves. I think it's easier with curves and more accurate. Yeah, let's use curves. Like I said, we're going to be testing stuff out for this. So, yeah, there's going to be a bunch of trial and errors in this stream. This video. Okay, something's happening here. I'm lagging. Why is this lagging? Am I still rendering something? It's probably constantly rendering, I'm not sure. But the mouse is like sticking to the screen a lot. Up the red value here. Green. Okay, there we go. We're getting close. We're getting close. And then blue. Red. And there's something I actually want to do so that at the start here, you know, that fade from white to yellow matches. And it's not like this. Might have to do like a masking and stuff. But let's see. I'm going to reduce the opacity for a bit. There we go. Slowly getting there. And I might have... I'm going to duplicate this. I think Control D is to duplicate. Yes. Down here. I'm going to mask the top part out here. Probably we'll have to also animate the mask. So I'm just going to go ahead and do something like this. Yeah, that's looking great. And then the mask, I will add feather. Let's bump the feather up to like a really high value here. Probably 150 will work. I'm gonna try and adjust the mask more here. I think I need to get more feather going on there. And for this one, oh, wait, no, I don't want to move that. I've got to make sure that I'm selecting the first one here with the mask. Gonna go to effects, curves. Gonna reset this I'm gonna reset the curve settings. So it's back to white. There you go. And then I'm going to bump up the blue so it matches like the blue tint here. I'm also going to copy this mask actually. I'm gonna copy this mask and paste it on the one at the bottom. I'm gonna make this subtract. Set this to subtract so it subtracts, you know, the other one. Wait, I need to animate it first before we're copying it. So yeah, gonna get this mask. Mask expansion. Gonna set a keyframe for that, and then we're gonna go down to a point where it animates. I'm gonna do something like that. I hope. Wait, should I be? Yeah. Oopsie. Control Z. Should add a keyframe for the expansion and the path. Maybe the position as well. Not sure which one works, but we're gonna add keyframe for all of them. And whichever ones adds keyframe, once we move this thing, that's the right one. So we're gonna go do something like this. So it adds keyframe on position. So we're actually manipulating the position for the mask right now. I'm gonna go further down. Until we get to a part where there's no more of the mask. And now I'm gonna go set screen. No, not screen. It's right here. I'm gonna scale to fit. Oh, there's a keyboard shortcut. Should use that next time. So now we have the mask animated. I can copy it to the other one. And I hope that the animation is also copied. We'll see. Pretty sure it is. Set it to subtract. Yeah, it copies. Yeah. Okay, something's happened. Because, it didn't... Oh, no. Wait, did it duplicate? No. That one's add. Setting it to subtract does not subtract. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna set it to add, and then I'm gonna invert mask. And there we go. Finally, it works. There you go. So this is the first one, the yellow one, and this is the top one, the tip one. That will kind of copy the bluish tint of this one. Okay, now we can continue manipulating the curves here. I have the lens blur. Where? I lost the curve. Oh, I'm using... Never mind, I'm using the... Selecting the wrong one. Okay. That should be greenish. Currently, the red is pretty powerful. There we go. Okay, that's matching now. Probably going to have to go... Yeah, 30% on this one for the opacity. I would like the tip part right here. So it matches the other one right there. And then for this one, as it goes down, I need to also reduce this to 30%, I think. So that's for that smoke. Or currents. The currents effect. Now we can go to the next one. I'm just gonna go copy this one, put it probably above everything except not above Gregor. I'm gonna set this to screen, or maybe add. This time I'm gonna set this to add. Add is probably a bad idea, but we're gonna keep going for now. I'm gonna go to controls here. I'm gonna copy the curves for this bottom one right here. This should be the yellow one. Just gonna do that. Paste. Oh, never mind. I copied the blue one. Never mind. Everyone ignore that. This is the yellow one right here. Trophy. Yeah, add. Bad idea. Let's go screen. And then I have to reduce the opacity of this to 50 per 40%. And I gotta add the lens blur. Or maybe I don't, because I do need this to be clear. The smoke. Not that clear. And not that bright. It's already screen. I'm gonna have to go to RGB here. Bring this down. So that it's not too bright. And there we go. So that's... These guys should be like a background and a foreground thing. So they do need lens blurring here. Do need to lens blur them. Might have to lens blur them more. Increase the radius. Focal distance. I think reducing the focal distance makes it more blurry. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, let's put the next one right here. I'm gonna put this... It's gonna be on top of everything. Yeah. Blend. Screen. And then I'm pretty sure I still have the curves on clipboard here. So if I just Control V, we should paste the color right away. And then I can just drag the lens blur again. And add a bit of radius, reduce the distance for the focal. And opacity set to 30%. So we have the smoke going on. I might actually put this above Gregor. So this is a foreground thing. Yeah, foreground. So off, on. That helps add a bit of an atmosphere to it, putting this in the foreground. So next, current right here. I'm gonna, what is this, by the way? Let's put this on top of everything else first. Let's see what kind of currents this is. Okay. What is this? Maybe I can preview here. Oh, okay. It's a current that is supposed to be, yes, above Gregor, because there's some kind of masking here, but I need to recolor it, I think, to make it visible, because it's not that visible right now. I need to get rid of this trimmer panel here. Let's do that. Really wonder why I'm lagging like crazy. Is it because of the streaming? Probably. As you can see, there's this masking thing going on, and we need to get rid of that. I'm gonna try adding the curves, see if that adds something. It does, but I don't want that. Kind of want to raise the opacity of that. That's happening because I did not... It's not composited well. I mean, it's not masked well. That's why it's like masking Gregor's clothes here without the simulation. But I'm gonna fix that, jankily fix that, by adding a lens blur. Maybe just adding a blur. Doesn't have to be a lens blur. Doesn't have to be a lens blur. Just a normal blur will work. Okay, where's blur? Change the radius. No, not that much though. Probably 50 pixels of blur. Doesn't even have to be 50, maybe 30. There we go. So Gregor gets hit by a massive burst of wind here that stops his fall, but it's not that strong. I mean, it is strong because it stops him from it reduces the speed of his falling and then stabilizes him midair as he slowly descends to the ground. But I kind of don't want this to be reddish. Then again, it helps make it visible. So I might actually just keep it that way. And that's something that's a kind of like an artistic decision that I will try to make consistent for every shot after this. Just adding that, like, you know, it's more orangey, it's more saturated than the other smokes. Anything that like touches Gregor, the smoke that touches Gregor are more saturated. Just to add, like, just to direct your eyes towards that direction, I guess. So I'm gonna be sticking to that kind of way of doing things. Trying to replicate something like that. Let's see. I have this really sharp smoke right here on the right side, and I don't want it. I don't like it. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. I'm going to have to blur this by a lot. Can I blur it more? So I don't want it to be that clear. We're going to have particles and stuff happening there. And this is the currents area. So any Gregor the Overlander fans is familiar with how Gregor fell safely to the Underland. And this is kind of my way of visualizing that spot. Okay, I gotta add more of the smoke here just to see what else we have that would help. So Gregor's down here. I'm gonna see. Yeah, these are the particles. Do I add it on top of Gregor? Yes, pretty sure I do because there's masking on it as well. So those are the accumulated what do you call this? The ones in Gregor over the accumulated lints. These are lints that accumulated on this spot because this is underneath a basement, a laundry room. A basement that's made into a laundry room. I think basements are, I don't know. We don't have basements here. So, I'm not sure. But yeah, the basement that is connected to this place is a laundry room. And lints go down the vents. So, you know, kind of, I thought, you know, I'd put lints as one of the things that accumulated. There's a lot of lints in this area. Right here. That's why these, like, particle things are lints. That's what I decided to, like, you know, add there. And I think I don't need to recolor them because they are looking great here. Just putting them below the smoke. I'm gonna try putting them above hey, they still look great. Above the smoke layer. I think I'm keeping that. That looks nice. I don't think I need to blur them. Oh, no, not value graph. Okay, let's experiment. Let's put lens blur on this one. Interesting. So this is the nice thing about compositing. You know, you add effects and on stuff, and suddenly, whoa, that looks nice. I actually like that. I'm actually gonna keep that for now. We'll see how it looks like when I render it later. Okay, the next layer. I think this one's a background layer, a background particle. Oh, it's a foreground. This one's a foreground because it's closer. It's closer to the camera. And that really needs a lens blur. So I'm gonna go blend. I'm gonna set it to screen to remove those black spots that right there. And then I'm gonna add a lens blur. I'm gonna set the actually it doesn't have to be lens blur. Maybe blur will be enough. Lens blur looks better though. So yeah, lens blur. Let's lens blur that one. You can see there. If I turn off lens blur, you'll see that's how it looks. And then if I turn it on, looks like this. But I need it to be even more blurry because it's a foreground element. So I really want it to be blurry. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, I don't think I need to do more for that. Just like that will do. Now for the next one. This is, what is this? I'm going to have to use the trimmer here. This is a background particle right here. So I'm gonna go, no, close this. Close this panel. Thank you. Go back to viewer. I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna put this layer, the current's 8, to below the Gregor layer. I'm gonna set it to blend. I mean screen. That's the color blend mode. And there you go. I will try and add a lens blur. Just a drop of a lens blur there. And I think... Oh, that's so particly now. Let's see. Which ones are these ones? Pretty sure it... Oh. It's those things. Okay, instead of lens blur, I'm gonna use... Oh, lens blur looks great, though. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Current's 8. Blur. I'm gonna set the radius to that a lot. 200 is probably too much. Okay. Let's see. Without it. Oh, you can't even see it anymore because of how much blurred it is. Okay, I'm gonna go with just 20 pixels blur. Just to bring back, bring them back. So they're gone. These are them disabled. This is enabled. And there are like little particles on the background there. And slowly but surely, we're seeing the scene come to life. Like, it's really having all of those currents, the winds and stuff. It's now being shown here, clearly. So I'm gonna preview what this looks. This one is another smoke, which I think I have to put below the Gregor layer. So I'm gonna go close this panel. Let's go back to viewer here. And put this underneath Gregor. Right there. And do I still have the curves? Yes, I still have the curves on the clipboard. I can just Control V it on that smoke. Increase the brightness of it because apparently it's so dark. Probably gonna get rid of this. Get rid of that one as well. And I might create a new one. Oh, it really does that, huh? No. Just like this. Okay, I don't know where it is now. Oh, it's right there. It's actually brighter if I turned it off. Fine, I'll reset this. Start from scratch on the curves here. Reset. I know! Reset. Oh, there's a keyboard shortcut. Control R. So I'm just gonna check where it is. Yeah, it's really that darkness there. Value graph. We might have to tint this one because it's really dark. I'm gonna go look for tint again. Yes, tint the 9. I'm gonna map the black to white. There, we can see it now. See, it is black. It's really dark. And let's see, I'm gonna control V again. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna try bumping the red so it matches the oranginess of the... Maybe bump up the green as well. RGB. So we kind of have like a double thing going on here. A red and a white, which is something that I kind of don't want. Without the tint, it looks like that. With the tint, it looks like that. I'm gonna try make this layer blend as a screen. And I really want more red here, though. It's because we're tinting it so much. Yeah, maybe we don't need tint here. We have another layer here, which now I cannot see without the tint. So I'm gonna have to bring that back so I can see it again. And let's see. Yeah, there it is. That really white brightness there. Without the tint, it's gone. It's just gone without the tint. And with the tint, it looks like this. Do I put the tint below the curve to make the curve have an effect? Or should it, or will it like calculate the tint first and then the curve? So that's what I want. Let's reduce the this one, I guess. Okay, I need to reduce it more. Okay, we are getting that yellow color now. But I want more red. Okay, getting close. Getting really close here. Maybe reduce the blue. Okay, there we go. I think that's it. Because I want to keep that reddish. And we're going to be making a bunch of changes here depending on how this will look in motion. Like in real-time motion, and not this laggy motion. Because things looks different when you're looking at frame by when you're looking at it at a frame as opposed to, you know, seeing it in motion. So I added the lens blur on top of the color grading. I mean the color change, color correction. And then the last piece of the puzzle here for compositing is that I want to immediately do a grading, a color grade. So that when I edit it later, you know, I don't have to color grade it then. It's probably best to color grade it later than now. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to create a new layer. New layer. Let's make a grade layer on top of everything. Yep. I'm going to rename this. Name this color grade. And this is like the adjustment layer in After Effects, I think. And I'm just going to go add curves. I'm going to add curves on the color grade. And we're going to do some color grading. So, do it like this. Maybe not that dark. Maybe like this. No, not like that. Do I want it saturated or kind of like less contrasty? Can try out some LUTs. I think I have some LUTs saved here. I don't think I can do that here in. Okay, let's check out the effects and color grading here. Oh, there is a lot, but it's an add-on that I have to pay for to have access with. So yeah, we can't have that. Let's see. I'm gonna try not to use curves here. What is color cycle? That is color cycle, and that's not what we want. It's like the Predator. Day for night? Nope. You colorize? No. You should. No. 3-strip color. We're definitely going to be using vignette, but not now. I guess we're going to use something from the... color correction here. Color grading. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be curves, isn't it? It's going to be curves. I always use curves in color grading. Anyway, so we're going to go for curves here. First, the contrastiness, I always want to edit that. And then for the color of this, I kind of want to lead into like a yellowish color. Not red, because it seems like they're in the lava. They're under the lava or something. I need it to be yellow. Because it's the, you know, the light from the torch. Maybe I'm going to bump the shadows to blue. And yeah, we can't exactly see much of the color grading here for now. Looks like it's too yellow now. No, I gotta get that redness back a bit. Green. What happens if I bump up the green? I think it just makes it more yellow. I gotta bring back... No. Let's bring the green back so, you know, it's a bit yellow here. It's gotta be yellow. Not too yellow, though. The lag is causing us to make mistakes here. Happens if I bump up the blue. I want to go overboard sometimes just to see how it looks. Now it just brings it back to white. Okay. I'm going to have to take a call here. I'll be back for a bit. Okay, we're back, and we're gonna be finishing this up. Ooh, wait, turn off. There, we're not supposed to see the intro again. Okay, so it's too yellow now. I don't want that. Would be nice to be able to use a lot, but that's like a shortcut to things. And I want to be able to get... But you see, for this shot, actually, I might actually not focus color grading for this shot, because this shot is so difficult to color grade properly because of the motion blur and all the other occurrence effects. So for this shot, we're not going to be color grading. But on the next shots where Gregor is really clear, we can really see his face. Want to see, you know, like a really nice clear view of him to be able to color grade properly. Yeah, for this shot, I think we're done. Now we're gonna be color grading on the next shot, a nice proper shot, and then we're gonna apply the color grade for this shot just to match things up. But yeah, for now, I think this is it. We managed to like do this. I'm gonna try to render and show it to you guys, the effect. I mean, I'm gonna try to render, show to you guys what this looks like. I need it to render HD 1080p, no audio. Actually, need to change this default preset to 1080p. I kind of don't want to render it this way though. We might need to make a new preset. But then again, I think it's already pretty, you know, pretty high quality. MPEG 4. I want it to be lossless, you know? Set it to like the highest levels. And this, like if you go HD 1080p audio and edit this one, it's already at the highest settings. So I think, yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go cue that HD 1080p audio because there's no audio for this one. That's this is the settings that I use for rendering videos, the highest quality possible. I'm gonna go set a folder here, the Underland project, render, Blender episode 1, final. I'm gonna go new folder. Very final. Very final. Very final just means it's, you know, it's on the video form already. So I'm just gonna save it there. That's where all of the video format of each shot will be saved. I'm gonna start exporting, and this should be fast, hopefully. We'll see. It's starting. It's only a few seconds shot, 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure this will render pretty fast. Or not. Or not. Weird 1%. This will not render fast, isn't it? 3%? You can render faster than that. Come on, PC. Yeah, this is not gonna be fast apparently because we have a bunch of layers, and I think the one that's making this really lag is the lens blur. We'll see. I think I'll be able to finish rendering this and show it to you guys. It's still pretty fast. If I'm doing this on the laptop, this will not be moving this fast. This is still pretty fast, considering nothing. Considering nothing, because you know we're on a pretty beefy PC right now. So I'm just gonna render that. I most likely will be switching to a display capture here just to show you guys everything, every dirt, every jankiness that I have. Display capture. Let's go back to HitFilm. And then I'm gonna go to that folder where we're saving it. The Underland project, render, Blender, episode 1, final, very final. And this is it. We're just gonna wait for it to be finished. We're at 48% now. And let's see. 58%. Let's check Discord while that's happening. Poopy Stinky Baby saying this is so exciting because I made an update. I forgot his name now. I'm just having a mental blank. It's Mickle. It's Mickle. Poopy Stinky Baby. Mickle is Poopy Stinky Baby. I made an update. And I think that's what he's saying, and this is exciting. Because, you know, I made an update about the project. I finished Doodle Log 006 recently. And now, we're right here. We're finishing post-production stage for TUP E-01. And we're doing the final compositing. And this is the first shot. We're going to do the final compositing, render it, and then do final editing, sound, music, and you will be able to watch a 3D animated film made by one guy. So yeah, we're at 94%, and we're going to be able to see that shot in just a few minutes. 99%, and it's finished. Let's delete that. Control S. Go back to viewer here, and let's see. This is definitely not the final. I'm gonna be making some tweaks, but as you can see, it's right there. Set that to replay. And there it is. And then with the sound and stuff, it's gonna look amazing. So this is it. We've managed to composite the first shot of TUP E-01. I'm still going to be making some tweaks for this. There's still going to be some color grading and stuff. But for the most part, this looks great. And, yeah, there's the cloth sim and stuff. That's very difficult to do. But we managed to do it on the laptop, actually. I rendered this on the laptop. I only started rendering things on the PC when we were at the final sequence 008. But yeah, this is the first shot, composited. I'm gonna be moving on to the next shot. I'm gonna try to be really fast about it, be able to finish it in just 1 week, because there's only a few shots. But each shot, especially the sequence 001 shots, they're all pretty much VFX shots. So it's gonna be challenging. There's a bunch of stuff that I might have to re-render in Blender. So yeah, this is it for now. Thank you so much to those who stopped by the stream, to John O'Lunder. Thank you. And also to you who watched this up to this point, thank you so much. If I helped you, if I added some kind of knowledge to you, just, you know, hit that like button and subscribe to see more awesome stuff from the Doodle Boat and the journey to awesomeness. I'm gonna go back to window capture here and gonna set it to the shot 1. For you guys, which you can't see apparently because it doesn't work like that. I'm guessing going back to HitFilm. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. A huge thanks to those who supported me through KoFi, to Handsomeness, Jubin, Erick Madrigal, yaejinssi, Fritz, to Elizabeth Money, Magnolia Weathershield, CQ Star, Johnny, Tristan Wintle, Mbuddy, and GulliermoGage. Thank you so much to you guys. They supported me through ko-fi.com/doodlenosproductions. And yeah, if you want to support me in all of my endeavors, just go to that site, see the good stuff that's there. So yeah, follow Doodle Nose Productions everywhere on the internet. Like and subscribe if you want to. Consider doing it. And if you like the stuff that you've seen here. Yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilchas. And yeah, see you on the next part. Or on the next video.